Hello everyone. I wanted to come to you today and just show you the Humble Home stamp set and punch. It is a photopolymer stamp set. I've already used mine and it's in the case. This is how I store mine. I take them off the plastic and just attach them this way. It's easy to see that I have all my stamps, and I also kind of like to do it the first time I use it, so that way I know I've actually used a stamp set, because that's why we buy them, right? To use them. So that's Humble Home, and here is the Humble Home punch. Stampin' Up! Punches have a locking mechanism here. And this stamp set is from the current mini catalog, September, December 2024. There's lots of awesome things in here. And just want to remind you too, the host code for the time period is this, for this week, during our vendor event. And I've put the measurements for the card I'm going to make here. And I think that's all I need to go over in advance. Oh, I'm going to actually, really quick, in this catalog, I wanted to show you a couple of the things I'm going to be using. So I'm not sure yet which of the embellishments I'm going to use. We have the Druzy adhesive backed dots, and I also have these Regal foiled adhesive backed dots. We'll see when I'm done which ones I end up using. I'm guessing I'm probably going to use these white Druzy ones, but we have options there. So those are in the catalog here, and the Regals are here. And then the paper I'm going to use is this Take a Bow paper, or bow. It goes with this Take a Bow die, which can make bows out of. So the paper pack is a 6x6 paper pack here, and the coordinating colors are Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, and Real Red. Today the card I'm going to make is going to have Garden Green and Real Red in it. So again, this is a 6x6 paper pack, and it has 58 sheets of paper. I have an already open one here that I've already used part of, so I will show you some of those as I punch them. And then on page 46 is the Humble Home bundle. So lots of things you can do with this. It punches out a cute little heart, punches out little windows, and again, just super fun. So that is what I'm going to use. I'm going to put this aside, and we will start with our card base. I'm going to use a piece of Real Red for my card base and cut it at, it's already 8.5 inches this way, so I'm just going to cut this in half at 5.5. And then I'm going to use my scoring blade, get my cutting blade out of the way, and score this at 4.25. And I will match up my corners and use my bone folder for a nice crisp fold there. I usually flip it over and go the other direction. So there is my card base now. I have already cut a piece of thick white cardstock for my insert at 5.25 and 4. I'm just going to set that there for right now, because I'm probably going to add some paper to it in a minute, but that can go there. Again, this is my bone folder. It's to help crease your papers. And then I'm going to make a card front out of Garden Green. And this one is going to be 5.25 by 4. Although I'm actually going to cut this at 5.5 because I'm going to leave my other half for another card base. So this is going to be 4 inches by 5.25. And this is my card front now. And I did this because I'm going to take this Real Red and White Baker's Twine, first of all, and I'm going to wrap this, oops, it was long. I'm going to wrap this around my base several times. I want to end up making a bow on that side. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball it there. I'm going to wrap this, let's do 3 times. And again, I'm going to make a bow over here on this side. So I'm going to cut it right about there. Put my baker's twine back so it doesn't go rolling onto the floor. I'm just going to put that right about there, I think. And I'm going to tie just a quick bow right about there. Sometimes with baker's twine, I actually do a double bow. I think this one's going to be okay to be a single bow though. There we go. And I can just pull these strings just a little bit to make my bow just a little bit smaller and cute. I think that will work. I'll cut this end off here. Okay, and then now I'm going to punch out, where did my piece of paper go? There it is. Okay, actually out of this thick white cardstock, I'm going to use my foam pad here, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment because I'm going to punch it out. So I'm going to use From Our House to Yours from the Humble Home stamp set. And we have these nice acrylic blocks here. Mine are messy. I am horrible about cleaning them, so they pretty much always look messy. So what I do is I normally put this down on my grid paper. This is also from Stampin' Up. So this grid paper to kind of get it straight, and then I line my block up along one of the other edges. It's not so important because I'm gonna punch it out for this, but if you're stamping straight on your card, if you're stamping like straight on your card front, you're gonna want your sentiment lined up. But for now, I'm actually just gonna take this. I'm gonna use some real red ink. Oh, and the reason I'm using this foam here behind it is because with photopolymer, it doesn't have any give. And if you use this foam mat behind it, any kind of foam that you have, it gives you a much crisper impression. So the photopolymer sticks right to it. The first time you use your photopolymer, you're gonna wanna actually season your stamp and kind of just rub it around. You could stamp a couple times. It just seasons the stamp and gets off the manufactured goop that's on, because they use these like lasers to cut these, and there's usually some kind of film on it. So I just tap that a couple times. I do that a couple times. I'm kind of OCD about it, so I just stamp that. But anyway, again, doesn't have to be super straight. Do be careful if you get ink on the corner of your block that you're not going to get it on your paper. Again, it probably won't matter so much this time because I'm going to punch it out. But straight down, straight up, there is my sentiment. I have a stamp chamois here. This is how they look after you've used them for a while. I keep them damp and in my stamp cases. This stays damp for like a good week. It does not stink. You can once in a while just really rinse this off really well, even with soap and water, and rinse it off if you want to let it dry. But that's how I clean my stamps, and I just keep it right above my desk here on my shelf. So now I have that, and I'm going to actually punch this out with this punch. So hopefully I got it centered. Oh, I do. So this is going to be my sentiment right on the front of my card. Let me line this up, try and keep it kind of. So what I normally do is I get it lined up first, and actually I think this one's going to go right against the bottom of the, sorry, there was something on my piece of paper there, and I'm going to kind of center that, and I usually kind of squeeze it a little bit first to kind of hold it in place to make sure it doesn't shift, and I think that's good. And then I'm going to flip it over, squeeze it hard, punches it out. So I'm going to end up with extra pieces. That's fine, I'm not going to use them right now, so I'm going to actually recycle those, but you could also use them. So here's my cute little house, From Our House to Yours, for the front of my card. I'm gonna put that little white piece away. I don't need that anymore right now. And then this guy is gonna go on the front of here with dimensionals in just a minute. But in the meantime, I'm actually gonna punch some more houses out of this paper. So I'm just gonna pick a couple different ones. I don't think that's wide enough. Nope, it's not. I have some scraps in here from another card I made, or multiple cards actually. But we're going to grab some whole sheets maybe. Let's see. Oh, I like these polka dots. So I'm going to use that one. I'll punch that. I actually might flip this over and use the back of this. We'll see if I end up using all of them, but I can at least punch them out and see which ones I like the best. So I have those. Oh, I kind of like these. These papers are so beautiful, truly. I think I'm going to use this one. Let's see. I probably need one or two more here. And we're just going to use these right on the front. Let's see what other colors paper I have. So I showed you those two already, or four technically because they're double-sided. And then I have this one. Oh, with this stripe. Do I want? No, I think I want to do something more. I'll do that one because it has, kind of like that it has both the red and green in them. Let's see, is that the last one? That has the, oh, you know what though? Let's see. I'm trying to decide. I do have a green one, so maybe I will use, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one for the red side, and then I'll do this one for the colorful stripe. Okay. I have little pieces of paper flying everywhere. So fun. Okay, let's get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. I can take all of these. Got dots everywhere, hearts everywhere. Could be worse, right? Paper everywhere, yay. Then I think actually I'm gonna take not that one. Let's see. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this for the inside of my card now that I have that pulled out for a minute there. Or do I want to use this one? No, we'll use this one. Okay, so this piece of paper right here, I'm actually going to cut a little piece off of this. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but this is actually how I craft. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to make a little piece that's like a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to attach this on the inside of my card. And I use this, it's rubbery. It's like a craft mat. I use that when I'm using my tape runner so that it doesn't get on the paper I'm working on. So I'm just gonna line this up on the outside edge of this and trim this one off. And this can go on the inside of the card now that I have that piece finished. And you could do it either direction, this way or this way. I'm going to go this way with it. And then it leaves you a whole blank front inside, or you could, you know, put a Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or whatever you want. It just says from our house to yours on the outside. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll stick a little Merry Christmas on the inside. It's a cute little tiny one. I love it. I haven't used that before, so let's do this. Let's do a little Christmas. Let's see if I can make this straight. That's a good thing about the clear glass blocks. You can really see, you know, where you're putting your sentiment, and just like that. Okay, I'll clean that off after. So there's the inside of my card. Put that there. Okay, back to our houses. So I'm going to leave my little mat there for right now because I'm going to line these up, and I want to actually run some of them off the page. Trying to see how to do this. Let's see. We'll do from our house to yours there. I can put, this one's actually the red one. Yeah, I'll put the red one there and the green one off there. I'm trying to decide here. I'm probably making it way more complicated than it needs to be. I can put this one at the top. And maybe run that one off there. I kind of like that. And then I might move, you know what, let's just do this. Let's just stick it down. I think it looks good the way it is. So I'm going to pop dot this one first, since that's my focal point there. So I will use some dimensionals. I always say pop dot, that's what but these are called Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just gonna use, and I always use too many, because it really does not need that many, but. And then you have your little backings to pull off. And I'm gonna put this right over here. Right over the top of that. Love it. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna do this one next. I'm just gonna put these down flat. I'm gonna line that one up right, thinking like the base of the chimney to give me some guidance. Put that there. This one. Give it about the same amount of space from the top. Do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna tuck this one kind of under this. Just slide it over a little bit. I don't want it to be completely symmetrical, so that one can go off the side of the page. I actually probably put that up a little higher than I wanted to. My adhesive is slightly forgiving, so I can slide that closer to the bottom. There we go. And then I will do this one, maybe also just slightly over this way. And I think what I'm gonna do actually is this one's gonna go. I changed my mind. Sorry, changed my mind. I'm rearranging for a second here. We're gonna take this one and put that one here. And this one I'm gonna attach here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. I don't think it's straight though. Let's try a little more adhesive at the top there. Apparently I did not use enough. Okay, we're gonna go like this. And I'm gonna trim this off. Sorry about this. I don't know how I didn't get enough adhesive at the top of my house there, but I did not. Oh, now I gotta line that back up, don't I? That's okay, we got it. Here it is. And then we're gonna cut this one off here. And I'm gonna cut this little part of the rooftop off there. Okay. That turned out delightful. Okay. I was gonna say I could even take one of these and maybe put like a corner here or something. If you wanted to add a little like fun, or the bottom corner of this one even, and this corner. I think I might do that. It just kind of makes it look like there's more houses. more color, the better, right? There's a corner there. And I think I'm gonna do a little part of the chimney over here, maybe. That's kind of fun. Let's see, where else do I want to do? That's the thing, there's no right or wrong. You can just play with it and see what looks good. That looks good there. I kind of want to put some dots over here. I'm gonna punch another one of these. I just want really the edge of it, so it doesn't have to be perfect on this side. I just really want this side over here, like, again, maybe like a piece of the, so I'm just gonna put some adhesive on that side. And do that. Just add some interest on my front. I love to use punches and do this on card fronts. I've done it before, so it's just kind of a fun thing to do. So this was the top of my roof. I wonder if I could do a tiny, nah, I think it's fine. Actually, I'm probably making it more complicated than I need to now. So I'm going to recycle some of this into my recycle bin here and attach my card front. You could attach it with dimensionals if you wanted to, or straight onto the base. I think I'm just gonna do it straight onto the base for this one since I already have this with some dimension. So I'm just putting some adhesive on the back. Probably doesn't even need that much, but with the twine there, I wanna make sure this sticks to my card base. So there is our holiday card. Oh, yep, it's fine now. There we go. And then we can add some of these. I think I am going to use these white druzy dots. And they have adhesive on the back of them, so I'm going to use, let's see, a big one. Let's go right there. And then they have smaller ones, so I'm gonna pop one over there and maybe one more small one. I like to do them in threes. And I like to do them in kind of a triangle, so I could put it right down here, kind of near the edge of that roof. And that gives you our druzy dots. I think that adds some sparkle to it. And then I also personally like to put paper, and I use my very large tape gun here to add, I got some, you're not gonna see that in just a second. I like to use my super adhesive tape for this, but I put designer series paper on my envelopes like that. And I think I'm gonna use this stripe. So I have this, and I just do this right along the edge of the fold, and then I trim it off. And that gives me some decoration for my envelope. Never had trouble mailing it like this, so as long as you use pretty good adhesive, and a lot of people use the green Tombow Mono liquid glue to attach that. That'll get you really close to the edge for sure. So I just use my big tape runner, and that works for me. So now I have a decoration for my envelope. And if you wanted to, you could also stamp the front of your envelope. I always say no naked envelopes. So I could take this, and I may as well. Let's see. That's a little small. Let me get the next size stamp block here. I'm going to take this, and I have an old Garden Green stamp pad. It's kind of messy, so I'm just gonna put it over to the side over here. Oh, but I almost forgot. Hold on, I need my foam. This stamp has a lot of detail on it, and I want to make sure I get everything on my envelope. So I'm going to give it a good stamp, straight up, straight, perfect. Like I said, using that foam block really makes a difference. So there's my envelope. There is my card, all ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please feel free again to place an order. If you have any questions, drop me a note and I will answer them for you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.